The causes of sister wives Christine and Janelle are no longer close. Following her move, Kody Brown reveals that she is no longer in contact with her sister's wife, Janelle. It has been publicly reported that Kody Brown and her ex-sister wife, Janelle Brown, have a strained relationship. The revelation was made on a recent episode of the TLC reality show. The two women, who were once inseparable, now live in different states. This distance has had a significant negative impact on their long-standing friendship. Each woman parted from their shared spouse, Kody Brown, after deciding to leave him. Kody now resides in Utah with her new spouse. In an attempt to seek new business ventures, Janelle relocated to North Carolina. Kody explained everything to the cameras. "Janelle and I haven't talked much lately," she stated. "They haven't communicated as much since they moved. They continue to operate a business together." Kody noticed that their working relationship had changed significantly. "I would like to have more authority over my own company matters," she said. This change seems to have angered Janelle. Their relationship was built on raising their children together. For over 2 decades, they had a family together as sister wives. These days, their lives are going in completely opposite ways. Kody is focusing on her new marriage and her life in Utah. Together with her daughter's family, Janelle is building her own future in North Carolina. They have, of course, taken different routes according to their various interests. This is a common outcome when core family systems collapse. Kody Brown, however, has revealed that she and her ex-sister wife, Janelle Brown, are no longer friends. The two TLC reality TV stars have become more estranged from one another since relocating to different locations. Their relationship has changed significantly since they both left their shared spouse, Kody Brown. This admission was made in a recent episode of the long-running series. Kody claims that they don't talk nearly as much as they formerly did. The shift signifies a big shift for the two women who were previously inseparable. The two still collaborate as co-managers of a company. Kody claims that their working relationship has also evolved. "They operate more independently now than they did before," she remarked. According to Kody, this new company strategy has caused some disagreement. She acknowledged that Janelle might have been offended by the change. "I would like to have more direct authority over my own business matters," Kody said. Geographical distance is one of the primary reasons behind their separation. Kody now resides in Utah with her new husband, David Woolley. Janelle relocated to North Carolina to be closer to her children. Additionally, they are pursuing distinct job paths. The management of rental properties is Kody's specialty. Janelle founded Tata Farms, an agricultural business, with her daughter and son-in-law. These isolated lives have, of course, resulted in less collaboration and communication. However, just as the sun had risen above Flagstaff, Kody Brown crushed his coffee mug on the kitchen table while wearing a frustrated expression. As the cameras started to film, the tension on Sister Wives Season 19, Episode 29 was already at an all-time high. Seeking Kody, Janelle, and Mary left more than 2 years ago, Robin was the only person left in Kody's life. He muttered, "Everyone thinks I'm the bad guy. But I know the truth. My ex-partners are only after my money." However, there were now fresh claims that his ex-wives were planning a joint commercial venture based on their life stories. How about Kody? The primary element, he felt sure, was money. In a private confessional, Kody said, "They pretend to have moved on, but every time I look around, they're using my name for something new: cookbooks, podcasts, retreats." Usually, the ex-wives of Kody Brown is the subject. "They're making money off of me, I promise." Robin, who sat beside him, nodded tensely. She stated, "I just find it depressing. Kody, you gave them everything. They are now attempting to take more." In the meantime, Kody, Janelle, and Mary were giggling in Kody's kitchen across town. Since parting ways with Kody, the 3 ex-sister wives had become closer than before. They were just working on a women's empowerment retreat called Rebuild, Life After Plural Love, and they had no intention of stealing his money. "Is it true that he believes we need his money?" As she stirred her tea, Kody laughed. "Please. I am the owner of my own house, business, and peace." Janelle nodded. "He's just paranoid." When you lose control, you start to think that everyone is against you. Mary sighed and said, "Let him talk. The reality is known to us." However, Kody couldn't let it go. One of the most heated confrontations in the program occurred when he confronted the producers during a meeting and requested that they stop filming his ex-partner's segments. "They're taking advantage of me," he shouted out. "Without me, there wouldn't be a concert." "Kody," the producer remarked coolly, "they want to see all points of view. I made this family. Your ex-spouses now have stories of their own." That was the last straw. Kody slammed the door and rushed out of the studio, forcing Robin to chase after him. The cameras outside captured him pacing madly in the parking lot. "They'll see, though, because I'll start afresh," he screamed. "They're all just waiting for me to fail. I'm going to tell them who Kody Brown really is." When the show first broadcast, opinions among viewers were divided. Because they believed Kody was still in anguish from the splits, some people felt sorry for him. It has to do with freedom. Others made fun of his worries, especially after Christine posted a funny TikTok with the message, "Don't worry, Kody. We're too busy making our own money." Janelle even smiled and added on Instagram Live, "It's not about revenge. Nothing can be bought with money." Mary, who never speaks, even took a subtle jab. The episode concluded with Kody sitting alone in his car, his face glowing orange from the Arizona sunset, and her cryptic comment, "I'm the richest woman alive if peace costs a fortune." His eyes softened as he stared into the camera. After a long silence, he whispered, "And that's what really hurts." The audience gasped as the screen turned black. "Perhaps they don't want my money. Perhaps they simply no longer desire me." The credits rolled over a soft piano tune as the show's next episode. Christine and Janelle invite Mary to move in, and Kody finds out. Approached. However, Flagstaff, Arizona, had a crazy summer. Once again, the world of sister wives was in chaos, but not because of the usual family disputes. June 2025 included one life-altering event, emotional revelations, and unexpected, unusual conduct. Since splitting from Janelle and Christine, Kody Brown had been trying to rebuild his reputation. But fans were taken off guard by his latest hoax, a cameo video that went viral for all the wrong reasons. In the video, Kody was seen without a shirt and sporting a cowboy hat, holding a coffee mug that stated Team Kody. He exclaimed theatrically, "I may have lost some wives, but I've gained freedom and better hair." The internet was confused by Kody's odd exuberance, intense stare, and odd comments about spiritual wives returning in dreams, despite the fact that the video was intended to be a light-hearted birthday greeting for a fan. In just a few hours, fans labeled it the most Kody thing ever and flooded Reddit and X, now Twitter, with memes. Robin, even in her quiet Flagstaff home, seemed humiliated. "I love Kody, but sometimes I wish he'd just stay off Cameo," she later told an off-camera pal. "He is unpredictable." However, Kody didn't mind the criticism. In the meantime, journalist Sukanya Krishnan was not holding back when she returned for her annual tell-all interview, saying, "Any publicity is good publicity. In addition, I might get my own spin-off." Kody Unfiltered from TLC, he told a local reporter. Filmed in late May, but aired in June, the special edition had one of the most poignant interviews in the history of the show. Suki met with the wives of Robin, Janelle, Christine, and Mary one-on-one and urged them to be honest about their views regarding Kody's latest antics. Christine admitted that even after months of not talking to Kody, she still felt spiritually free. She muttered, "He's living his version of happiness. With David, I am living mine in Moab, surrounded by love." Mary started crying when Suki asked her if she still missed being a part of the family. She whispered, "Yes, sometimes, but I've learned to be independent. Kody doesn't need to validate my worth." The biggest shock was Janelle's. For the first time, she disclosed, she had started dating again. She revealed, "I met someone through a business seminar. He is grounded, kind, and actually listens. Apparently, calm." Christine smiled knowingly, and Suki paused in surprise before asking the final question. "Do you believe Kody regrets losing you all?" Kody does not use the word regret. The episode's montage of moving events left fans feeling both heartbroken and encouraged. While the elder Browns dealt with turmoil, the younger generation was making its own memories. Christian, Christine, and David's teenage son had been quietly planning something special, his first overseas mission trip. In June, he posted on Instagram that he was going to Peru with a team of young volunteers to help build houses in a rural area. "New country, new purpose" was the caption for the photo, which showed him smiling and holding a tiny Peruvian flag. Taking meaningful action. Christine was thrilled but emotional. "My boy is growing up so fast," she revealed to her admirers. "Helping others and resolving the conflict in our family is the path to healing. Make the Browns proud." Astonishingly, Kody also posted a comment on the website, saying, "I'm proud of you, son." Since it was the first time he had spoken to one of Christine's children in public in months, fans saw the small gesture as a start toward reconciliation. By the end of June 2025, Sister Wives devotees were ecstatic. On memes, Kody's cameo had gone viral. New national conversations around polygamy, independence, and emotional growth were spurred by Suki's interview. Furthermore, Christian's journey reminded everyone that despite the chaos, the Browns were still a family trying to make their way through a changing world. As the sun set over Flagstaff, it became clear that the Sister Wives saga was far from complete. TLC said that Sister Wives Season 20 will premiere that fall and promised the most unexpected chapter yet. But after years of heartbreak, emotional exhaustion, and the tumultuous aftermath of her spiritual marriage with Kody Brown, Janelle Brown finally decided that a fresh start was required. Sister Wives cameras followed her as she left her quiet Flagstaff home to make a new beginning on the East Coast. The practical one, fiercely independent, steady, and grounded, Janelle had always been the one. However, after she and Kody split ways, she experienced a transformation in herself. In addition to survival, she wanted growth, peace, and purpose. When her daughter Madison suggested it, Janelle made the decision to go even closer to North Carolina. She debated for months before settling on Vermont because of its peaceful landscape, strong feeling of community, and promise for true freedom. As she loaded her car, the camera caught her somber farewell to decades of varied family life that had shaped who she was. On the first episode of Janelle's next chapter out east, viewers of A Dream, A Cabin, and A Garden on TLC saw a drastically different Janelle. She had changed from trying to mediate conflicts amongst wives or calm Kody's temper to being a lady building her own legacy. Outside of Burlington, Janelle bought a small Maplewood cabin with sweeping mountain views and room for a greenhouse and vegetable garden. She told the cameras, "I've always admired the idea of growing my own food, living sustainably, and waking up every day with a sense of purpose that is mine, not borrowed." Her early years were challenging. She battled the loneliness of quiet evenings, the shock of deep Vermont snow, and the reality that she had to start over at 55. But Janelle's strength was unflinching. Unexpectedly, after she began posting about her gardening journey online, her tenacity inspired thousands of followers. The emotional reunion and visit of Christine in the midst of the season, Christine Brown visited her longtime friend and ex-sister wife. Tears, laughter, and reflection were all part of their emotional reunion. "You look free, Janelle," said Christine, sitting on the balcony overlooking the fall foliage. "More material. As though this is how you were meant to be." Janelle smiled, her eyes shining. "I believe I am at last. I made peace with everyone else for years. I'm making peace for myself now." Their discussions on faith, motherhood, and self-worth turned into some of the season's most poignant moments. The closeness between the two women, who had discovered strength after years of silence, was praised by TLC viewers. A new company with a touch of love as the shows went on, Janelle started transforming her passion into a company, Roots and Renewal, a small organic vegetable and health brand she founded alongside female farmers in the area. She found a sense of purpose and a network of support through the initiative. In the meantime, rumors started to circulate. Was Janelle seeing someone else again? She was spotted having coffee with Eli, a lovely local builder who assisted her in remodeling her greenhouse, in episode 7. Even while Janelle maintained that they were just friends, people couldn't help but sense the chemistry between them. During a FaceTime call, Christine made fun of her, saying, "Janelle, you're glowing. Do you like Vermont, or perhaps Eli does?" Janelle dismissed it with a laugh, but her bashful smile was captured on tape. Season finale. Rediscovering herself, the final scene had Janelle standing by her garden at dawn, encircled by maple trees and mist. "I spent so many years trying to fit into someone else's vision of happiness," she said in a voiceover as she reminisced on her life. "I'm currently authoring my own tale, one sunrise, one seed, and one decision at a time." The words, "Janelle Brown's next chapter has only just begun," appeared on the screen before it faded to dark as she continued on the trail toward her cabin. Supporters showered social media with compliments, describing the spin-off as uplifting, inspirational, and the resolution Sister Wives fans have been longing for. Janelle's existence on the East Coast represented more than just a new place. It was a rebirth, demonstrating that there is still hope, healing, and a lovely future chapter even after tragedy. Greetings and welcome to my channel, dear viewers. I'm Sabrina. I hope you're having a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video.